Hi, friends. Please be aware that aside from our usual filthy language, we have a discussion about the breaking news that's going on regarding Welcome to Plathville, and that discussion contains intimate partner violence. So I did put a timestamp in the episode, but it's around minute 4 it starts and ends around minute 10. So just be aware if you want to skip that section. Thank you and enjoy the show because we made it for you. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap. My name is Amy.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Good morning, Amanda.
Morning, Aim. How are you?
I'm okay. I slept well last night.
Good. I didn't, but that's okay.
Oh, no.
That's okay.
Well, if you're struggling from sleep, if you're struggling with your sleep from perimenopausal or menopausal symptoms,
Yes.
you might want to join our Backdoor Friends group where we now have a perimenopause chat.
Yes, you might.
I went a long way there for that.
You did. That was a
Yeah.
lot. But yes, you can discuss all things menopause and perimenopause. And no, I don't think this was a menopause-related sleep issue. I think it was a back-related sleep issue. My back is still just a little...
Still suffering.
I mean, I've finished my round of steroids. So it's so much better than it was. I don't, shriek just standing up. But it's just... I'm just being very gentle with it because we have a lot going on next week, and Mama does not have time for a fucked up back.
If we survive the plane ride, we have a lot going on in Chicago.
I need you to stop with that. I need you to stop with that.
Guys, I'm such an anxious flyer. I hate it so much. And here's the thing. Before the pandemic, when I was doing it a lot, I got a lot better with it.
Sure,
I got a lot better with it.
Exposure therapy.
Yeah. Now it's like,
you'll be fine.
Can I drive to Chicago?
I mean, yes. It'd just be I've driven to Chicago. It takes a long fucking time.
I trust my little RAV4 to get me there in one piece.
Your life RAV4 will totally get you there in one piece. It's just real fucking long.
Yeah, I know. Which, if there's one thing that's going to weigh out over my fear, it's my impatience.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It would be an incredibly long day.
Yeah. Can we talk about some of the breaking news that's been happening in our world?
Amy, these people are acting fools all over the place.
This may be old news by the time these guys hear this because it'll be Monday.
Yeah, it is only Friday.
Who knows what's going to happen over the weekend?
Right.
But Veronica is burning down the Plaths, and I am here for it.
And Olivia's kind of burning them down too.
Okay, we need to talk about Olivia. I kind of was stealing myself for that.
Okay, let's start first with Veronica.
Yeah, Veronica took to a Reddit. If you have not been paying attention, my sister-in-law called me last night. We were chit-chatting about something else, and she goes, Did you hear what's going on with Veronica Plath? Because she watches all the shows. I'm like, girl, you think I wasn't in the Reddit thread while it was happening?
And a lot of people have come after her for having the name Veronica Plath on there.
You can't change it.
You can't change it. And I understand it because she's like, I just wanted to protect my own actual last name. Which I mean, her actual last name is out there. I'm not going to say it, but
you're on a TV show, dude.
Yeah.
So she's saying all these things about Kim and Barry. They're as awful as we think they are. She has confirmed Isaac has ripped Micah's nose off, whatever that means.
I am dying to see what the fuck happened to Micah's face.
She said the drinking is out of control with many of them, including it seemed like Isaac.
It wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, it's bad, guys. It's darker in that house than we thought.
Yeah,
Barry believes in reptilian men. Did you see that one?
No, I miss. I'm gonna need
She was locked in a basement.
Come back a little bit and
she
start
was
again.
In a basement with him for some reason. He was going on about I'm paraphrasing. It might be the Illuminati. It might be the other thing. I forget. But
Freemasons or some shit.
Yes, the Freemasons. And he started talking about the reptilian men.
I see.
So you're into some real manosphere stuff there, Barry. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, we just thought he was the Mr. Chick Killer, allegedly.
It's beyond manosphere. What would that be? That would be,
I don't know,
delusion. I don't know.
Super manosphere.
Yeah. So she's burning it down over there, right?
Good.
Then Olivia maybe feeling like, okay, it's kind of safe to come out now and really clarify what has been my life for the past 5 or 6 years. comes out and does this incredible video. And I'm just going to
Well,
warn everybody right now, jump ahead, trigger warning. We're going to talk about intimate partner violence. So jump ahead if you don't want to hear it. I'll put
she
a
actually
timestamp.
posted a story like 3 days beforehand talking about the experience of
Okay.
living in a violent home,
Okay.
basically, and people came after her going, "You weren't abused, blah, blah,"
Okay.
because heaven forbid we believe a woman's experience of her own life. But okay, go on.
I'll put the timestamp of when it ends in the notes. So if you
Okay.
want to skip ahead. So she it was really moving. I mean,
Mhm.
she gave very detailed accounts
Mhm.
about what Ethan would do to her and what he would do to her. I've experienced this in a relationship before. It was just this intimidation
Yeah.
that was like, I have power over you. You know, I have power over you.
Yep.
And I'm just going to intimidate you. And that is a form of abuse.
Mhm. Mhm.
110%.
Mhm. You
And
don't have to be punched to be abused. Full stop.
well, and that's what she talks about. Like,
Yeah.
because I didn't have
She
bruises,
didn't think she was abused for a while.
I didn't think I was abused. You remember for me how triggering it was and how my love for Ethan ended when, well, I mean, that season killed it a lot, but
Yeah.
the nail in the coffin was, "Why don't you make me dinner?" But
Right.
before that
It was
was
the car.
the car. The car ride was so triggering for me because I have an ex who used to put me in those situations, like, they would think it was funny that
Mhm.
I
To
was
upset you.
scared,
Yes.
and there's nothing worse than feeling scared.
No, and I remember watching this and looking at Olivia, and you could tell she was terrified. And I
Yeah.
remember thinking, like, I felt like something more had to be going on here for her to have been as scared as she was. Well, there was something more going on. At one point, he literally flipped their car.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about. So,
Yeah.
like, back to the car, like, she talked about how he would put her in situations to scare her, and they were in a serious car accident, and he was raging or something in the car, it flipped over, she
Mhm.
was terrified. So now that gives so much more context
Yep.
to why she's in the car and he's doing donuts recklessly and laughing while
Mhm.
she's begging him to stop.
Yeah.
That scene did not sit right with us when it
No.
happened, and
Now, and also everyone who is like, Olivia's clearly a fame whore who just wants her
ugh,
divorce on
stop it.
television. Listen to this woman talk about the fact that it got to the point where she didn't want to have conversations with Ethan without the cameras there because she didn't feel safe with him.
Right, right.
He spit in her face, Amy.
He spit in her face. He threatened to shoot her friends
Friends.
who were making her more, quote, liberal.
Uh huh.
I'm sure he said woke,
I'm sure.
end quote. Um, yeah, he's a dark, dark person.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Yeah,
It's real
yeah.
fucking bad.
So, I mean, bravo for her for speaking out because she has a public voice and she's
Mm-hmm.
using it, and this is her firsthand experience,
Yep.
and I believe her 110%.
I believe Veronica 110%. I
Yep,
believe it all. First of all, also, Olivia looks amazing with the red hair. I
I
love when
agree.
she does that red hair.
I agree.
What do we do about this show, Amy?
Well, that's what I want to talk about. So I have decided that I will only cover next season
Mhm.
if it is Veronica burning it down on her
Okay.
way out. If
Okay.
it's not, if it's going to be, and I don't know how we're going to judge that. If it's going to be some squeaky clean, like
Right.
everybody's
Oh,
great,
shucks.
yeah, then we're not covering it.
Mm.
No.
It's a
I'm
shame
not giving these people a platform.
to try to, like, pretty up their disgusting lives.
Number 1, what I'm hearing is they're monsters who believe that half of our population shouldn't exist.
Mhm.
Number 2, they are in the basement talking about reptilian people.
Never good.
Number 3, they treat women like shit.
Mhm.
And number 4, there's abuse.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have anything to say about that.
Yeah,
What's your
it's
thought?
I don't wanna talk about it if all we're gonna try to do is keep this, like, the Plaths are just all shucks. Like, no, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. The show we thought this was, and you and I folks will hear it like 6 weeks from now or something when you and I were on with Dr. Adam talking
Mhm.
about season 2, and we talked
Mhm.
about how it even at that point, the show had really evolved from the, "Oh, we're trying Coke. Who's Tom Brady?"
Coca-Cola, just for reference.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Coca-Cola.
Just for
"I've
clarification.
never had a Sprite before."
Mhm.
To starting to really unpack, like, what does life look like after you've grown up in such an insular bubble? That's where they
Mhm.
were in season 2.
Mhm.
Now that story doesn't even pertain anymore.
It's become something
It's
else.
become something else, and it's become an example of what happens when we live in a very closed patriarchal society, even if it's just a society of a family,
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
and we let men have power completely unchecked.
Yes. And these people hate women.
They hate women.
And I'm sorry, that's our audience.
Yeah.
Women and those who love women are our
Yes.
audience.
Mhm.
And,
Mhm.
no,
Women.
I have no
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah. No
No interest.
no one who thinks women should live in the kitchen all the time has listened to our podcast.
Right. Right.
No. No.
Okay, that's end of Plath discussion. Let's go into Rob and Jasmine and what's happening there.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, I said to my husband last night, you need to prepare yourself because when I'm recording Last Resort, I'm going to be going off the rails because just knowing, and it's going to be dropping tomorrow for you guys, as always, just knowing that Rob, what goes through your mind that you think it's a good look to
To call
call
a woman a
a
whore.
woman a whore on national television?
Mhm. And the casuality, I haven't watched the episode yet, but I've only seen
Mhm.
the preview. The casualness with which he just threw out like, "Well, you're a whore." What?
I know. I know. This is not the first time Rob has said it. It rolls off
No.
the tongue for him.
Very easily, and
Yep.
I I blush to think of the number of times he said that word to Sophie.
Yep. Exactly.
Mhm.
Well, we heard the voicemail.
Yep. Yep.
So,
On a Shibuti post, someone was like, "I've always been team Rob," and people are still team Rob.
of course they are.
And I commented, and I said, "The moment I heard that voicemail that Sophie put out, he was dead to me."
Listen, do I think what Jasmine did to Gino was amazing? No.
No. She's
But
terrible too.
Gino is not a victim here. Gino's a
Mm-mm.
big boy. He bought himself a wife.
He
He
bought a
bought
blow-up doll, and
himself a
then
blow up doll. When she had feelings and turned real, he couldn't handle it. So
when she
fuck
had
him too.
needs, yeah,
Yeah.
he couldn't, yeah, no.
Um so the breaking news is that overnight Jasmine put out on her socials receipts apparently on TikTok that
Oh,
Rob was offering some BJs for $500 and she's like that is the literal definition of being a whore
right.
and he's calling me that but here it is and so that's out there now too. So
Okay,
now it's
great.
a mudslinging fest.
Oh, that could only go well
Yeah, and here's
for
my
these 2
thing.
brain trusts. Though,
Here's my
actually,
thing.
Jasmine's very smart. She's just a mess.
I think this is very unlike Jasmine to expose somebody in this way.
Mhm.
I think that she has hit the ceiling with him.
Yeah,
She's done.
yeah.
And she's fighting dirty.
Uh-huh, but he's been
And
calling her a whore on television
yeah.
for weeks, so
So
fuck
they're
off.
they're going back and forth. And she even said in her post, I just want to make it very clear that Rob she's sharing some pictures.
Uh-huh,
And she said that these pictures are already out there.
yeah,
Rob sold these pictures, so I'm not taking anyone's property
right.
without them knowing. Unlike my pictures, she had to throw that dig in at Gino.
Of course, of course. Jasmine has never had a grudge she has let go of, and
No,
that's part of
no.
what I love about her.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wanna be in a relationship with her because of it, but that's why she's good TV.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a huge Jasmine fan, but I'm
No,
team Jasmine in this particular battle.
completely agreed, and,
Mhm.
I mean, from the moment we met Rob, people were finding pictures of his butthole on TV
Yeah. Yeah.
on websites,
And
so,
that's what
like,
she's sharing. That's
yeah,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just and I didn't find him. I don't care
And
about
I
his butthole.
especially do not go for the whole
Amy, I'm an intelligent woman. I just am saying phrases like, "I don't care about his butthole," because in fact I don't. But what is happening?
I don't go for the whole if Rob is bi or whatever his sexuality, I don't go for the shaming of
No,
that.
I don't care.
No.
Fuck who
I
you want.
think
Love who you want. I don't care.
but I do think it's funny she is like coming at him so
Particularly
hard.
because he's
Yeah.
so homophobic
Yeah.
and
Yes.
so slut
Yes.
shamey.
Yes.
I hate him. I hate him.
I hate him too.
There's nothing now that his pretty eyes can do to overcome anything about him.
I would resist him even with sweet, sweet wine in my system. I think I'm
Wow.
so repulsed by him at
Yeah,
this
he's
point.
gross.
Yeah.
He's really fucking
Yeah.
gross.
All right. Speaking of, you want to get into this show with these weirdos?
I want to give you one gift before we go on. Backdoor friend Meredith and I were chatting.
Uh-huh.
She's into Florian too. She thinks he's hot too.
Oh, see? See?
I wanted to give you that gift.
There's more than backdoor friend Meredith.
Okay, well, she and I discussed it, and I said, "What is wrong with you people?"
Okay. Some people have left comments that were like, Amy, I think you're ridiculous. This is so stupid. You have trash taste. But others have been like, I get it, girl. I get it a little bit.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about these fools.
Okay. Show chat ends 14:50. Okay, here we go. This is 90 Day Fiance, Season 11, Episode 7, The Price of Love. A price Greg can't afford.
Greg
Guys, I'm
can't
real
afford
revved up
chewing
about
gum.
Greg, just so we know.
Greg can't afford gum.
Greg is, I'm coming for him.
Greg should be going through the cushions of the couch looking for money because that's all he's going to make. I don't like this guy. Joan, go home.
Joan needs to run. Let's start with Juan and Jessica, shall we? Because there's not a ton here.
And they're boring.
So the kids are waking them up in this nonstop hell of a bedroom. I mean, a parent having a shared bedroom with 3 small children is everyone's nightmare.
Right. And few people love children more than you. And you're like, fuck, no.
No. Jessica says, last night was rough. We had a fight about my ex. I thought I was like a super sleuth because I'm like, oh, there's Christmas presents behind her. But then literally her next sentence is like, we're wearing matching PJs for Christmas. So I didn't figure it out. So Juan wishes she would sex it up a little bit with her Christmas pajamas. And she's like, with the fucking kids in the house?
Right.
Not doing that, dude.
Dude, your ideas of sexing shit up for the rest of your life are gone in the way you think they are.
Yep, all gone.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, do we don't have their ages. I forget how old he is. Is he 30?
Yeah, if he's still in his 20s, he's like 29.
This reminds me of a poem. Here we go.
Oh God, here we go.
Hold on. Do you know the poem? Is it Philip? Yeah, here it is. It's Philip Levine.
No.
It's called You Can Have It. And it's about his childhood and growing up with his brother.
Okay.
And there's a great line in it. And I'm going a long way for this. And now I don't know where it is. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's by Philip Levine. I just forget what it is. But the line in the poem is, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. The poem is, we were 20 for such a short time and always in the wrong clothes, crusted with dirt and sweat. I think now we were never 20. I think now we were always 20. I don't know. I like it. Okay.
I'm so not a poetry person. I'm like, okay, that's
It's just so interesting.
It is.
In some ways you feel always 20. And in some ways you're like, I was never 20.
I was never 20.
I don't know. It's a great line.
20 felt so grown up for so long. And then you get into it and you feel like such a lost kid.
Yeah. I may have butchered that line. I apologize. Go ahead.
And we expect people to make big life decisions in the midst of that chaos.
I know.
It's nuts.
The idea though, like, I think now we were never 20. I don't know. I love that poem. Love it.
Cool.
One of my favorites. Okay. That was Poetry Corner. So the boys are walking over to their dad's house and dad has a real nice house.
Yeah.
And it's big. Juan notices it's big.
Yeah. Bigger than Jessica's.
She and Juan walk the baby now and they're chatting. And I'm like, oh, this is what sucks about having a baby with someone else is you can't dump that baby off.
Right.
Won't dad take that baby? No.
No, because it's not his baby.
No.
Jessica's parents might take the baby, but
she's really fucked herself with this situation.
She really has. She should have had that third baby with the other guy. And then she could be fucking off with Juan all the time. Yeah. Except I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Juan's not in Torrington without this baby.
You are 100% correct. So she says that summer they were very distant. She was very lonely. She started connecting with an ex-boyfriend and she started catching feelings, as the kids say.
I hate that phrase, but I say it all the time.
She tells Juan the ex was going through a bad time and I was just there for him. That's not what happened. Whatever. He's like, yeah, I get it. I get lonely too. He's kind of like, yeah, we're in the same boat here. She's like, not the same boat because you cheated.
Because you fucked someone else and I just had my ex-boyfriend in my living room.
So she really makes sure she
Shames him.
differentiates the situations here.
Yes. Yes.
And now she says, and my heart kind of broke for her in this spot. I've talked about this before, how I was worried Timmy didn't want our family, that whole
Right.
thing. She's like, do you like, giving up your life on a boat? Are you okay with that? He's like, well, it was a sacrifice. And she's like crying now. And she's like, do you want this? And that's what this poor girl just needs to hear. Do you want this?
Yeah.
He feels she's offering him lesser.
Yeah.
But he says, yeah, I guess. He says, I want to live with my son. I was heartbroken in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah. If I were in her shoes, I'd be terrified too.
I had I'll save this for real talk, but I had a whole breakthrough in therapy about this whole situation.
About Juan and Jessica?
No.
Okay.
About bringing up those feelings I had in the early years of my marriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had a major breakthrough this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on real talk.
Okay.
Now at your $12 level.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go to Sarper and Shekinah.
Okay.
My favorite man of the season. I love him. Sarper has, I think, inadvertently been on a redemption tour here, and he has warmed his way into everyone's hearts.
He really has. He really has. She needs to move now, like right now. Also, I think I would like to go get a facial from Shekinah.
Oh, okay.
She's supposed to. I mean, people have done a little due diligence on her. I have not, but people have. She's supposedly a legit known esthetician.
We do need to plan an LA meetup.
Okay.
Well, the only thing is,
give me a lot of warning because a facial from Shekinah is like $350.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. The only thing is, it costs a lot of money to do these trips, and we need to make sure like more than 10 people are going to show up.
Yeah.
So when our little show grows a little bit more, then we'll head out there to LA and do that. Although our co-hosts they really want us in the Bay Area.
I know.
So,
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe we do like a Vegas doink up to San Francisco.
Maybe Amy just spends the summer cruising up and down the California coast.
Waiting for Merlin and Title.
And Amanda has a real job, so she won't be able to do this with me.
I can work from home.
She's important to other people.
No, I'm not. I can work from home.
Okay. So she's getting ready for a session. She has to kick Sarper out, and he's mumbling, and he's like, I have to leave the apartment. Sarper, you are fired. You are fired, Sarper. Sarper's real upset.
Everything with him is so dramatic.
We get a little bit of this. Sarper's just wandering the LA neighborhood. Who am I now? I am part-time homeless. I am on streets. Nobody loves me.
I am part-time
Sarper
homeless.
only allowed 3-block radius. Sarper fired. Sarper just walking around. It's so sad.
It is so sad. And I was listening to Jake and Matt because Jake knows that neighborhood really well. He's like, he's like, I know exactly where she lives. And within like 3 blocks is fine. He's like, but if you get a lot further than that, I think it gets sketch.
Oh, maybe.
I think
Sarper can handle himself.
Oh, I'm sure he can. But like, I get the sense that it's not like cute cafes for miles to see. I think it gets a little sketchy where you might not just want to hang out even if you are Sarper.
Well, Sarper's so put upon that he must stroll these blocks. The producer's like, how do you feel about Shekinah worrying you'll be tempted by another woman? He says, I will not be tempted. Even if they open their boobs, they cannot tempt me. I will look and go. He has to get in there that he'll look.
Look, go. Go.
So he says, we have a Turkish saying. They ask the cock, not the penis. The rooster, he goes, the animal.
Yes.
They ask the cock, is it the chicken or the egg? And the cock says, I just fucking go.
Amy,
he is a joy. He is a pure joy on my screen.
Is Sarper walking along the Boulevard of Broken Dreams? That song just started popping into my head. And I was like, he walks a lonely road. The only one he's ever known.
That album, look. Some people love Green Day, others, whatever. That album was so pivotal to my divorce era.
Oh, okay.
Because it came out at the same time.
Got it.
And we saw them in concert. We were like all into that album.
Right.
And then, of course, at my little guitar parties, we were playing Time of Your Life, learning to play that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I always wanted to know, why is it that Paul McCartney sounds American when he sings and Billy Joel Armstrong sounds British when he sings? Why?
I don't know.
It's backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Why'd you have to bring him up? You just killed the moment.
No, I didn't.
Paul
Go back to
McCartney.
Sarper.
Jesus.
Go back to Sarper.
So his parents call and he complains about being thrown out while Shekinah's working. So Shekinah's patient shows up now. Now we get a little insight as to why Sarper has to leave, because this patient just dumps all her client.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
She's not a doctor.
Her client just dumps all of her boozing and cruising to Shekinah. I mean, this is great. We got gossip within a story.
I'm here for that.
Within a story. Yes.
Well, this woman's also now doing it on national television, so clearly she probably wouldn't be that concerned with Sarper being upstairs, but whatever.
She got some whiskey dick in Hawaii, apparently.
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
she did. You get it, girl.
That poor guy that she's like shaving. Some guy's watching this in Hawaii like,
fuck. That's how this woman remembers me? I don't even remember her. Yes, we know, because of the whiskey dick. It's all good.
We've all been there, honey.
Yeah, who amongst us?
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So, now, I don't know if you noticed, but she kind of keeps referring to this workspace very specifically as a work-live space, which tells me she's just following regulation and being a real good girl on TV.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. I'm sure it is zoned for something very specific.
And I'm sure when the cameras aren't there, Sarper's allowed to stay upstairs while her clients are there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Sarper's really, just put like headphones on him.
Yeah. Sarper's parents are concerned they eat out all the time because of the work-live space. I just wrote, this is dumb. Let's stop this. I mean, whatever.
When can we get Sarper's parents to come visit him in LA? I love his parents.
He put in, because now I follow him on Instagram and TikTok or whatever. And he put a video of him going home to see his parents for the first time. And they're at the airport and he's like jumping out of the car and they're all hugging and kissing. It's very sweet.
I'll have to go look at it. Yeah.
Okay.
Which further solidifies the fact that we know he and Shekinah are fine.
They're fine.
They're fine.
So we have a funny scene with Sarper putting on his makeup and shaving. They're going out to eat and Shekinah tells him, you need to be on your best behavior tonight. We're going to meet my friends. And she says, I'm nervous because we're going to meet Dan, who still has feelings for me.
Right.
They arrive. Dan hugs Sarper and Sarper goes, I wanted to do other things to him. He hugged me. How dare he? Dan is like, so Sarper, how long are you here for? And she kind of's like, dude, forever.
This is so fake.
It's so fake.
You're
not going to tell me this Frenchman is going to
doesn't know how fucking K1 works.
Right. And is going to go up against Sarper on national television in a public space. It's stupid.
Okay. You have to bang Dan or Sarper. Who are you banging?
Oh, Sarper.
Okay.
Dan is not attractive to me at all because he's like a dickbag about this whole situation.
Okay.
You would pick Dan.
Of course.
This is why we would work together as wing women. Yes.
I think Dan is really cute. I think he's being a dick here, but I think he's being a dick for the show. I don't think this is
Listen,
real.
I would have to leave my body while I was banging Sarper.
Oh, okay. I was like,
my mind would have to go somewhere else to not think about the crust and the 2,500 women. Crusted. So I would have to go to a place, but I could get it done.
I would very much ask for you to see some STD results before you do anything with him, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to say this, and I have zero evidence of this. We'll have to talk about with Jake when we see him. I just don't think he has a huge dick.
No, I don't think he does.
No. And I don't think he's a generous lover.
No, I don't think he is either. I think he probably has a boyfriend dick. It's fine.
Yeah. And I think he just jackhammers.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not he's not a kind and considerate lover.
But when the two of you are drunk and you're out by the dumpster and it's 3 a.m.
Oh, I'd make out with Sarper. Who the fuck am I kidding? A jackhammer
can do the job. Who cares? Okay. So Sarper says, America is not great. And if I was not with Shekinah, I wouldn't be here. Sarper says he and Dan are Mediterranean men and they have a certain code amongst them. And he was testing me and he says, Only we understand it. Oh, it's called machismo, and we get it.
Yeah. It's called fake over the top masculinity. You two can both stop.
I come from an Italian family. I get it.
Yeah. You've seen this before. You've been to this rodeo.
Yeah. So Sarper asked Dan if he and Shekinah dated. He said, we went out a few times, but we are not in a relationship. Dan now says when you're in France and you meet a girl, if you kiss her, she becomes your girlfriend. Like, poof.
Oh, I don't think
Shekinah's
that's true,
like, dude, that is not how it works.
Right.
I feel like Shekinah was like, in France or here. That's
Right.
not how it works outside of 1974.
Correct.
So I wrote, we get it, dude. You kissed her. And he says in a confessional, we did more than that.
Oh, I think he touched her boob.
Okay.
They have not banged.
I guarantee you she didn't kiss this guy.
If she did, they did not bang.
I just don't think he's Shekinah's type.
Okay. I don't think he is either, but he's a cutie.
He's cute, but she likes problematic masculine men.
She likes shitty men.
She likes Sarper.
Right. Yeah.
So, guys, because again, as much as I adore Sarper, I would not date this man in a million years.
It's terrible.
So Dan tells Sarper, look, I did not think this was serious because I think I will be better for her. And then we literally hear dun, 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 as they zoom in on Sarper.
Right.
I'm like, what is happening here? Are we in a Rocky movie? And Sarper's like, what the fuck? Oh, wait, I'm going into Florian.
Wrong, potentially problematic man. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. What the fuck? He tries to poke me in some small words and ego clash. I need to watch myself. What's a test? So Dan continues this. Oh, that might get me into the Sarper. What's a test?
There you go.
Dan continues this. I am a better man for her to be with. She kind of is laughing. And I just wrote, she kind of needs to shut this down right now.
She thinks this is cute, but it's not.
It's not. Sarper tells Dan, you are a good boy, but you are not her type. And she kind of tells the camera, I'm stunned Sarper is not ripping this man limb from limb right now.
I kind of was too.
Well, that's what tells me it's fake.
Yeah.
Sarper says some guys are cat guys and some guys are dog guys. And she kind of shuts that right down.
Thank God.
Yeah, because I feel like that was going into we know where that was
area.
going. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sarper tells the camera, does he want to die? Does this guy want to die?
Because I'll make him die.
Dan says, I don't want you to just keep collecting your Barbies. You are not a Ken. She's not a Barbie. Just take care of her. Sarper says what he always says. I die for her. I kill for her. Now, Florian does this too.
Yes. Maybe this is a that part of the planet phrase.
Yeah. Like,
phraseology.
I will kill for her. I'll die for her. But I won't speak nicely to her.
No.
Or I won't come home from the club at 3 a.m. That's too much.
No, I won't stop hanging out with Darce. I won't stop making out with other girls. I won't stop being drunky with people.
No, Sarper, I didn't realize how I took every note of this. Sarper tells the camera, it's dangerous to poke the bear this much. This French baguette nonstop talking. Dan tells the table, I'm sorry, Sarper, but you sound like this is all bullshit and I have to leave. And friend Josh, who was just there watching the whole thing the whole time, goes, shocking. And Dan tells the camera, Sarper is not real, and I just want Shekinah to be happy. Sarper is a prince, but I am still the king.
We have all said Sarper isn't actually real, so I get it. I get it, but no, that's ridiculous.
I'm going to run through Mark and Mina real quick, and then we'll get to Shawn and Alliya, because that deserves a little more time and space.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
So Mark and Mina are loaded up the car to go back to Jordan's, and he's like, can we please just have fun? And she's like, it's fine, but I cannot talk to Jordan. He's like, you know what? At this point, I don't fucking care.
Right.
We get this real awkward ferry ride. Eventually on the ferry, Jordan comes over to her and she's like, let's just try to be nice. Let's have a truce.
Right.
You know, we can, and Mina is agreeable to it.
Yeah.
Mina's like, okay. You know,
and Jordan's smart. Jordan kind of uses the entree of like just engaging with the baby.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is a great way to start winning over somebody. Just be nice to their baby. Mm-hmm. And that gets you a long way.
But then we have the race to the family. Mm-hmm. So Mina's flipping out because Jordan gets off the ferry and allegedly runs to a golf cart and beelines over to the family house with a good 10-minute head start.
Right.
Where Mina is convinced she has gone over there to poison the well.
Right.
Yeah. So they get there and Mark's mother is there, Sherry, and his father. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how old is Mark? Because these people look really young to be his parents.
He's 59.
So they've got to be 80?
Yeah.
About?
It's kind of what my parents look like.
Wow, this woman looks great.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Is that what having money and living at the beach buys you?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I bet you it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. My dad could totally be in this group of people, and you would think they were the same age.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So she has nothing but positive things to say about Mina, Mark's mother. She's very, very nice about Mina. She says, when we went to visit in Paris, Mina cooked us a lovely meal. She made us feel welcomed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Christy, Mark's sister in law, says, yeah, the first night she cooked for us, but then she was 4 hours late for the christening.
These people need to get the fuck over this.
They need to get over this. Okay. Mark's brother, Rich, what'd you think of him?
Um, mm,
I thought he was cute.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I thought
I
he
mean,
was
he's
cute.
better than Mark. It's better than Mark. I don't find Mark remotely compelling.
So they're in the kitchen, and Mark's filling them in on this whole situation.
Mhm.
Now you could tell. I think Rich is the younger brother.
I think so too.
Yeah. Mark is like, I don't understand where all this came from with Jordan. I thought the Paris meeting went so well. Amanda, they talk about this Paris meeting like it's the Treaty of Versailles meeting.
I
Like
know.
it's the Paris Peace Conference.
I
Yeah.
really feel like we need to just move on from this.
Yeah.
I get that you all flew to France, and it was
But
probably a lot, but like, let's let it go.
what I love about Rich is Mark's going on this thing, and Rich is like, I'm gonna stop you right there. I love when somebody says that.
Me too.
He's like, she was 4 hours late, didn't talk to any of us, kept us all waiting,
Right.
and then showed up like she was some kind of princess to her
Mhm.
daughter's own christening. She really didn't talk to us. He's like, I support Jordan. It's like,
And
wow,
also
this
it
is
sounds
an uncle that, has his niece's back, I guess.
and it also sounds like all of Mina's friends knew we were starting later. His family didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were probably applying an American custom to
Yeah,
this
you tell me a
situation.
party starts at 2, I'm gonna be there at 2.
Right, right. Mhm.
So,
Mina marches to her own drummer.
actually, you tell me a party starts at 2, I'm gonna be there at 1:55 sitting, like, in my car a block away, killing
Oh.
time because 'cause I'm always early.
See, I'm gonna be there at 2:15.
Mm,
Yeah. Okay.
I'm always early. It's one of my
So
better or worse traits, depending on who you ask.
Rich tells Mark, look, I'm not gonna lie. We booked refundable tickets for your wedding because we're just not sure this is gonna happen.
Mhm.
Mark tells the camera, this is a fucking disaster.
Yeah, it's not going good.
Outside, they're discussing the Evites, Amanda, and we learned that a whole bunch of people are doing reply all.
Yep. Oh, God.
Because Mark didn't throw them into a BCC.
Nope.
He just BC'd everyone. Here we go.
Friends, come closer, if I may implore you. The BCC is your friend.
Yeah, it's critical.
When you are sending a large group email, address it only to yourself. Everyone else goes in the BCC line. Or maybe if like Todd and I were throwing a big something, I would address it to Todd and me, BCC everyone else. So if anybody else replies all, both he and I will get it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
I agree. So outside, like I said, they're discussing this, and Jordan says, hey, so how's the prenup coming? And Mark's like, yeah, we're doing a prenup. And he's like, it's kind of a weird time to bring it up, but yeah, it's happening.
Well, the producers gave me a card here that said I
Yeah.
needed to talk about the prenup at this conversation, so that's why I'm doing it, Dad.
Mina's like, Mark, do you think I came here for your money? And she gets upset. She cries. She says, I don't need a marriage contract. She says, he never brought this up. Mark's like, we did, but maybe she didn't understand. She speaks pretty good English, Mark.
She's
I
not,
don't
and
think
she's
this
not
is
dumb.
a language issue. Yeah.
She's not
And that's
dumb.
where we leave them. All right, let's do it, girl.
I don't have faith in these two. Okay.
Shawn and Alliya.
Shawn and Alliya. Okay. So we are, first of all, going out to a place called Hamburger Mary's with Shawn's friend Angela, and this looks like a fucking good time.
Put it on the list.
It's on the list. Girl, I have the website open right now. Over the weekends. So this coming weekend.
Let me pull up the site. Hold on.
Okay. It's hamburgermarys.com/weho/events. This coming weekend alone, we have not 1, not 2, not 3, 4, 5, 6 drag brunches. We have a cabaret. Next weekend, we've got a lot of drag bingo. Or no, Monday and Tuesday, we've got drag, or Tuesday and Wednesday, we got drag bingo. I want to go to this place. This looks awesome. I'm here for this.
It looks amazing, but I need to see the menu.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
the food looks good.
it looks like cheesy bar food is my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
fried
bar
stuff with
food.
fried stuff. Oh, they got fried
Yep.
pickles. I'm here. I'm in.
Oh, Parmesan artichokes. Yum.
Okay, see, we're going. We're going to this place.
Okay.
So, and we're here for drag bingo.
Yes. 100%.
Alliya has a lot of questions. Is bingo
Yes.
popular for gays in America? What is happening here? Why are we here? Why are we doing bingo with drag people? She has many questions. And
Yeah.
girl, get used to it because
Same.
drag bingo is a thing.
Yeah.
It's a
Same. I
thing.
had a lot of questions like, why are we playing bingo and you're under 70 and it's the middle of the day? And then I realized, oh, I live in Northeast Pennsylvania where the average age of our citizens is over 70.
Right.
This is something, yeah.
Yeah, this is
Bingo is
different.
reserved for the homes, if you will.
Oh,
Or churches. There's a lot of church bingos where you can
do
win
you
a
guys have
quilt.
designer bag bingo ever?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen that, but we never have fun bingo, like drag
Oh.
bingo.
Oh, okay.
We
Yeah,
have,
you have to go into Philly for drag bingo, but yeah.
we have gun bingo quite a bit up here.
Wow.
You can win a gun. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've gone to the designer bag bingo. The last one I went to was a fundraiser for the music department at a high school kind of thing.
Okay.
Which, yeah, I'm like, I'll pay $10 for a bingo pack to support kids in music. That's great.
Yeah, I have no interest in a designer bag.
I don't
I would
either,
just
but
donate it to somebody else.
yeah, or most of the time you get a gift receipt and you can do shit with it. But
There you go.
yeah, no, I would just go to bring snacks and drinks with my friends and donate to a good cause. Anyway, so we are drag bingo. Alliya has questions. Angela says she learned about the relationship in drips and drabs over time. Alliya's really trying to figure out who knows what about her, when, where, and how, because she's feeling very hidden, and I don't blame her.
And I want to make it clear that no, I don't want to make it clear. Shawn should make it very clear before he takes Alliya around to anyone. This is what this person knows. You know what I mean? Like, don't let her walk into a situation where she has to expend energy not focusing on the conversation, but figuring out what this person knows.
Right.
Like, just be like, look, here's what I've told this person about our relationship. Now you have the information. Let's go.
Also, English, I mean, Alliya's English is very good, but you can tell she's translating in her head all the time.
Yes.
So don't make her have to do one more thing.
Right. And then she can't focus on the conversation. Then she's going to get she didn't seem into the conversation.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
Like,
she's just trying to figure out what's happening around her. I don't hate Shawn, but I'm struggling with Shawn right now.
Yeah. We're on one of the valleys instead of the peaks. Yeah.
Yes. This is not the best look for Shawn thus far. So Angela asks how the K1 works. They all agree there is a lot of pressure. They have to get married in 90 days. I really wish all of these people would stop talking about the 90 days as a trial period. That's not what it fucking is.
No, you're committed to getting married.
Right. All the 90 days is we just have to make it happen in those days.
Right. The year and a half up to the 90 days should have been the trial period called a relationship.
That's right. So we learned though, and we knew this, Shawn and Alliya have been together for 3 years. Alliya said, one thing I do want to address, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this, the incredulity of his children knowing about Shawn and Alliya and whether that's true or not. And people be like, well, he was on a TV show. I think this was filmed before the show came out.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that too.
I think this was filmed within like 6 months.
Yeah, like right after the Love in Caribbean or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it has been out yet.
Okay.
That's my guess. Because otherwise, of course, his children would know. There's no world in which he has 3 kids and none of their friends watch 90 Day Fiance.
Right.
So that's stupid. It's like one of the most popular reality shows on TV. People are watching it. So anyway, so Alliya says not everyone in their life knows about her and asks what Angela knew about her. And she says she knew about her dead name, which I want to have a moment here. Alliya is now very clear. She does not like her dead name being used. It upsets her. It bothers her. So we were never going to say that name again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done.
And nor should Shawn.
Nor should Shawn, nor should anyone in her life. It's done. She's very clear on what name she wants to be called.
Yeah.
And she hadn't been before. So we were going back and forth in the ways she was.
Yeah.
She's now clear. So Angela says she knew about Alliya before the transition and says that Alliya says she doesn't think people realize how much using her dead name hurts her. And Angela learned of the transition that Alliya has gone through about 6 months ago and says Shawn's been processing it. So we talk more about this. And again, I still think this is an interesting conversation.
I do too. I do too.
And Shawn says that he had to mourn this transition as a death, which I
Yeah.
understand how he feels. I understand if I'm Alliya, how much that hurts.
Yeah.
I understand both.
And neither one of them are wrong.
Angela asks if Alliya had to mourn it all, and she didn't. She chose not to correct Angela using her dead name because she doesn't know how to react when people do it. And she isn't sure what she's supposed to do. And Alliya says she didn't mourn this. She was becoming who she was. Not being Alliya was the mourning.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
losing her dead name is the mourning. And at some point as they're talking, it almost looks like Aliyah's like dissociating. Like
Well, that's what I
she's
was just going to say. It was hard to watch
it's hard to
this
watch her.
because Aliyah's sitting there. She's not saying anything. Those two are throwing back and forth the dead name. I was
Yep.
like, this is not good.
This is not good. I wanted to be like, Stop. Let's just take a time out.
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
reset."
And not only are they using her dead name, which was, bad enough, but they're talking about her like she's not there. That drives me crazy.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. It really, really bothered me. And they get ready to leave, and Shawn's like, "Do you want to walk home?" And Aaliyah's like, "No, I'm really tired. Can we just get a car?" He's like, "Yep." Doop, doop, boop, boop, boop. On yield little Uber, we get a car. And asks Alliya how it went, and she says she doesn't like how they just kept using her dead name. And Shawn says, Shawn's like, "Well, Angela needs to know the story." And
You can tell Angela the story without saying that word.
that name over and over and
Yeah,
over
yeah.
again. And actually, Angela doesn't really need to know the story, or you could have had the talk with Angela before
Bing, bing, bing.
you introduced Alliya to her.
Only I
And
do a buzzer as bing instead ding.
I
Bing, bing,
understand.
bing. Mhm.
And Alliya says she needs to know that he accepts her as Alliya, and she's still not sure that he does.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words.
So it's the next day, and Alliya is still upset about all the use of her dead name. And they're going to go out. He goes to put this dog. This dog is killing me in the best way possible. I need this dog in my life all the time. The way he just picks up this Muppet of a dog.
Somebody said the dog reminds them of the dog from The Little Mermaid, and I can never unsee it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah. It's what do people say? It's some sort of doodle.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a designer dog.
Yeah,
It's some
not
sort
a
of
golden doodle or anything.
No,
like that.
no, the coloring's all wrong for it to be a golden doodle, but it's some sort of it's in the doodle family. And
Okay.
I'm an adopt, don't shop kind of girl, just like you are.
Yes.
But I do enjoy me the doodles. I enjoy these mixes of doodles with things because they're always so fucking cute, and they almost always look like Muppets.
Yeah.
And this dog is a Muppet. And so he picks his Maxwell up to put him in his little crate. And Alliya points out that Shawn's shorts are ripped, and he just doesn't really care. And they're going to go out shopping. And so first of all, Alliya needs a jacket because LA is chilly. And she doesn't know how to do chili. She's never had to have a jacket before.
Right. She's never even owned a winter coat.
No. And she doesn't want Shawn's help to pick out clothes because he keeps showing her clothes. And she's like, I'll pick out my own clothes. Thank you very much. And she asks if she's still upset. And she says she is and has asked for Shawn to not use her dead name. And he's basically being a dick about it. And he says there would be no Shawn and Alliya without Shawn and her former name.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying, but stop. Get a fucking therapist to process this, dude. Don't do this with her. And don't keep doing it on television.
You can still process it without talking about that name.
Yes.
It's triggering for her.
Yeah. Stop it. These two need a couples counselor. They really do.
You know what? That would be so fucking helpful.
Mm-hmm.
That would be so helpful. He should be, and I'm sure Shawn is an advocate of therapy. Hopefully, maybe. He should be going to therapy on his own, and they should be going to couples therapy.
They should go.
And Alliya should be going to therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy for everyone.
Well, I actually believe everyone should be in therapy all the time. But they need a obviously trans affirming, non-monogamy affirming counselor. Because by the way, let's not forget Shawn still wants non-monogamy.
Right. And that's the problem is Alliya does not.
No. So they need someone to work through this with. And Shawn says, and I understand that it's how to talk about her pre-transition.
Yeah.
And I was actually talking to Todd about this. Todd has a niece who is trans. And they are somebody who does not mind the use of their dead name.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about them as a child. They're
Mm-hmm.
totally fine with it. But
Sure.
that was something that Todd made sure they were very comfortable with.
Right.
Before they talked about them in that way. Before he talked about them in that way. Like, I understand the challenge of how do you talk about somebody historically when they had a different name,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It's challenging. They just need help. They need therapy here. Alliya says, by the way, as I told you in my notes, I spell Alliya differently in every bullet point. I don't know
I
what the
know.
proper use is. I
know.
don't know how to spell her name, and it's different every time. So Alliya says that she's enough just as she is now, and she just wants to focus on the future.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Shawn says some of his fear is being part of the quote unquote problem because it was pre-transition. Part of the problem.
No, what he's saying here is
Thank you. My notes made.
I'm afraid that I represent
Oh,
a
yes.
period of time that she doesn't want to think about anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Thank you. That
so
is what my notes
like, is she better off without him is what he's basically saying. And I think she is.
I think she is too.
I think
And
they can have a good friendship. He could even be a little bit of a benefactor, help her get on her feet, help her, you know what I mean? But
They
she
shouldn't get
needs a
married.
new relationship.
She does. And he worries about having to discard the parts of their relationship that are very important to him.
Mm-hmm.
So Shawn says he's been having a lot of thoughts. He is drawn to her. This actually I thought was beautiful. He's drawn to her inner light, and that has nothing to do with gender or sex. And he feels safe in the relationship with her. He feels like he can be himself with her. And that's outside of the box of gender or sex.
And I want to say something too. I want to give Shawn just a little bit of credit. Okay. He's goofed up here some in this episode. But the fact that he's even saying, am I a problem for her? The fact that he's even thinking, and you could tell the way he thinks is to put her first.
He does.
It's
not all about him for her.
Right. Is
for him.
more
It's not all
than
about
a
him for
lot
him.
of people in this situation would think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like he cares about her.
He does.
You can see that.
He genuinely cares about
Yeah.
her. And he genuinely loves her.
Yes.
I don't know if he's in love with her anymore, and I don't know if he's I don't know if he's turned on by her anymore, and that's a different problem.
Either. Yeah.
But he does say, I want to do life with her.
Yeah.
And so Shawn calls out that Alliya is struggling, and he says, I'm not trying to hurt you. And they hadn't talked about the past, so he didn't know how to address it. And he loves her in the present and wants to be with her. And he made, as we knew was coming, the new Shawn and Alliya adventure book. And it's very sweet. And she's
moved.
She is deeply moved. She's looking through this. She has tears running down her face. And she says this makes her feel very supported by him in her transition. And now she has some real saucy lingerie on. She's a fucking smoke show. Jesus. And comes to bed, and it feels like they can move forward. And they kick the dog out, and who knows if they're going to bang or not. He's there. He is there in his best buffalo plaid jammies, which who amongst us hasn't had a pair of buffalo plaid jammies in their life?
This is really, when you think about it, this is such an interesting story.
It is.
Because I don't believe either. I do not believe Shawn has ill intent.
Nope.
He is fumbling his way through this at times, but at other times he's doing really well.
Yeah.
And also there's this tragedy of like, we know Alliya deserves different. I'm not going to say better. Different.
Yeah.
But she also he supports her so well, like in so many ways. I'm not just talking about financially, in so many ways.
Yeah.
And she needs, it's like, it's like, I don't know. This is a great storyline to watch and talk about.
It really is. I'm deeply enjoying this. So that's where we leave them.
All right, let's go to someone we don't enjoy at all. Greg.
Oh God, Amy.
Guys.
Joan, I know you can't hear me. I know
Joan,
this. I'm talking to you in the past.
Joan, come closer.
Go home.
Joan, I spent 8 years of my life with a Greg. It doesn't get better.
No.
It doesn't get better.
No. This isn't a guy who's temporarily down on his luck.
No.
This is him.
This is him.
This is him.
Don't date someone. Don't marry someone for their potential.
No. Makes you an asshole. In the words of Kira Saban. Don't do it.
So Greg and Joan, he's at his desk gaming. Oh God, I want to throw it out a fucking window. She has to scold him to clean up after himself.
Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that this motherfucker's like, well, I used to get, harassed by my mom, but now I'm getting harassed by Joan.
I'm getting nagged.
Oh my God, I hate him.
Okay, here's what I've written. He tells the camera, I'm used to my mom nagging me, but now Joan is nagging me too. Girl, run.
Run.
GTFO,
my girl. You don't need this. You deserve better than this.
No. Nope. Her family calls and she tells them he has to throw her out. Can I game now? Oh, fuck right off.
No,
dude.
what you can do is you can get on
your fucking job.
Yeah, you can get on fucking Indeed.com or LinkedIn and get yourself a fucking job.
So her family calls and she tells them about staying at the mom's house, and her family's like, no. She tells them he doesn't take work seriously. They're not happy.
No.
They raise the dowry, and she's like, yeah, I have no idea how this is going to happen. And Joan says, in my culture, a dowry is important.
Yeah.
And he will be disrespecting me, my culture, and my father's last wishes.
Anytime you can legit throw down the card of my parents' last wishes.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
He's gathering the eggs from their chicken coop the next day, and I have a feeling this is his only chore. And he's probably just doing it for the cameras.
Right. His mother does it most of the time, I'm sure, after she's weed whacking, cleaning the pool, mowing, and washing the car.
Paying his bills.
Yes.
In a confessional together with he and Joan wants to kill the chicken and eat them. She's like, okay, well, this is cute, but when are we feasting on this guy?
This is some Renee and Chidi sitch.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Now mom comes back to the backyard. I just need to take a deep breath and steel myself here.
You okay over there? Take as much time as you need.
I wrote, this is the progression of my thought here. Mom comes out and is like, I have to go to work. Will you be okay without me? Why wouldn't they be okay without you? They're adults. Wait, mom's going to work? Wait, mom's doing rideshare deliveries? Wait, mom's working a job and he's sitting home gaming? Amanda. This guy is a piece of shit. I'm just putting it out there. He can be the nicest guy on the planet. He's using his mother. Yeah. He's using Joan. He is a big baby. Yeah. The mother needs to throw him the fuck out of the house.
The mother created this nightmare.
For himself.
Yep.
He could be the most jovial guy walking around the neighborhood with bread. You know what? Take that bread and go sell it and pay my electric bill. I don't want to see
bread and shove it up your ass because it's sweaty bread.
Cut me a corner and let me.
Amy, he sweat into it.
Oh, never mind. Okay. So,
dude, by the way, Hamburger Mary's has fluffy blueberry pancakes. We really have to go to this place.
We have to go there.
I'm hungry. You can tell.
Amanda, mom. So is mom working 2 jobs or is mom retired and working this job? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is mom old enough to be retired? Yeah. Probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
This is a real fucking problem.
Yeah,
this is a real fucking problem.
I agree. She just needs to get the fuck out of here.
That mother, if she doesn't kick him out, he is never going to be able to live life.
No, he doesn't know how to people.
No. So we get, okay. So mom's gone and we get real bad porn music and they go upstairs to bang. Joan.
This guy. You're a fucking smoke show. This guy.
He tells the camera, I don't want our lovemaking to be scheduled. Like, oh, let's go. Mom is working 3 to 2. 3 to 2.
He just doesn't even know what time means.
He says,
this guy is such a baby man.
I just need this release. Oh, it's all about your needs.
Oh, because he has all the testosterone.
I hate this guy so much.
Get in the shower and jerk off. Stop it.
So
leave this poor woman alone.
I was so angry when I was taking the notes. I wrote, the Chiron says an hour later. Yeah, okay. He wishes an hour later. They have their Sopranos robes on now, and he's watering the garden.
It was an hour later. The thing is, they'd been sitting there in the bed for 45 minutes talking.
That's true.
Yeah.
He makes gross jokes about how he already got her wet. Fuck you. This is a professional woman. She looks horrified by this joke on camera.
Right. This is the shit you joke about when it's just the two of you alone in a room.
This
is not what you put on television, you big monster.
she takes this time to say, look, this is killing me. I can't live like this. Like, I got to get out of here. We have to get out of here sooner. She actually says we need to get the fuck out of here sooner. And he says, yeah, you're right. I have to get a job. And she goes, if you don't, I'm going back to Uganda. He flips around, Tony Soprano style, in that robe and goes, what'd you fucking say? Like that. It was like a, what'd you say?
Yeah.
What'd
you say that again?
Yeah. So she tells him, look, you need to get a job. You don't take life seriously. He says, you fell in love with me like this. Well, you probably sold her a bill of goods, dude.
She fell in love with you on vacation, you fuckface.
Then he says, I'm looking at jobs every day. No, you weren't.
You're
We
not.
saw you gaming. He probably has 16 level 60 characters in World of Warcraft. This guy probably has.
I don't know what that means, but okay. He's probably on level 8,000 on Match Factory like me. Except I have a job.
He's not playing Match Factory. He's got the dual monitor set up, the headphones. He's playing something else.
He's playing something else. He's not into Match Factory.
So he tells the camera, I would not have been able to see her in Uganda if I had a job. I'm sure she wouldn't have minded.
No, I think she would have been fine with it.
They discussed the bride price. It's going to be, for all the cows, it'll be about $3,000. And he says, how am I going to pay for that? I still have to pay for the wedding. Dude, if you can't pay $3,000 for the bride price, you should not be taking on the responsibility of bringing someone over to this country, financially supporting them. No.
Do you know why? I bet his mother is still working.
Why?
Because she's the one who sponsored Joan, not him.
Oh, you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Gross. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he would have to have a job.
Yeah. As a single person to sponsor somebody, you need to make, and I'm going to say it's not a lot of money. It's like $26,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's not nothing, but that's barely a livable wage in most places. Actually, in most places right now, that's not a livable wage.
Know what vibe I'm getting from this mother-son situation? What? This is a real current reference only.
Okay.
Better Off Dead. Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky and the mother.
Yeah.
I'm getting that feel here.
Yep,
and they bring Simone in and they're like, the mother's basically like, you need to go fuck my son. This is the situation.
Yeah. That tracks.
So she says, this is my culture. It's non-negotiable. And he says, her wanting to leave, it's like a knife in the heart.
It's like a knife in the kidneys.
And she says, if I don't see more effort, this is it. We're done.
Good for her. Go home, girl.
Do I not have next time on?
I have next time on because you told me to do it for you.
Yes, I did. Okay.
Yes, because you had to go run and do other things.
Yes, I did. Thank you very much.
I have to get rid of my Hamburger Mary's menu.
That next is time on 100% on our list.
Yes.
Go on.
Stevie and Maddie may need to marry quicker because of the cost.
Oh,
so something about the visa, like the cost is going up. And if they get married within a couple of weeks, it'll be before the price. I don't know what this is, but she thinks it's a red flag that he wants to marry faster. Okay. Megan needs to get over Jessica and Juan. Big time.
Mijin.
I hate this girl.
She's in a confessional and crying.
Again.
Stop it.
Again. Jesus. Look, I have gone through... Dude, listen to Real Talk a couple weeks ago. I've gone through some fucking heartbreak in my day.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy has held me while I've cried. Mm-hmm. Many a time.
Was Wendy crying in her confessionals?
No. And that girl loves me, but no. Shekinah and Sarper are on their way to meet Shekinah's daughter, Sophie, and that better go good. I don't know if it will. Alliya and Shawn are at a drugstore and they talk about STD testing and they have a hard conversation about her gender confirmation surgery and what impact that might have on their relationship. Mina and Jordan try to make up, but Jordan wants an apology, and I don't think Mina's remotely interested in that.
Mina has not apologized in her life.
No.
This will be the first apology ever uttered from her mouth.
If it happens.
It's not going to happen.
No. And Matt, Amina, and Ani fight about being honest with her family, and you'll be shocked to know that Amani, whatever the fuck her name is being a bitch.
Wow. Okay. All right. You heard it here first, guys.
You heard it here first.
We covered a lot of ground today.
We did, and we're not done.
Jesus. Oh, we got to track our pets.
We got to track our pets.
Yeah. Our children. Mm-hmm.
We're not done.
Jesus, I forgot. Okay. All right.
Do you check on Merlin and Title outside of this?
No.
I don't either.
No.
Okay.
I wonder if people like this segment or if it's just for us.
I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. I'm
All right,
enjoying it.
guys, if you are new here, my sister bought me 2 humpback whales, purchased them for me. I now own them, although I've learned that it's more of a timeshare situation with Merlin.
Yeah. Yeah, Merlin's a whore.
So we track them, and Amanda has Yuki, her
Mhm.
little baby boy.
Yes.
So
Yes.
here we go. I'm going to first track Title because I like Title better.
Right, because Title's not a whore. See, this is an appropriate use of whore.
Yes. Oh my God. Why can't it's not working? Oh my God, Amanda.
What's
You
happening?
I don't know. Okay, here. Okay, got it. All right. Let me change. Do you have to change the language every time?
Yes, every time.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I mean, I know some rudimentary French, not
Yeah, I
enough
could
to
probably
read the
get
whole
through
thing.
it, though.
Okay, humpback whale. Just a reminder that Title is my baby boy. That he is over 15 meters in length, which is quite large.
That is
Okay.
quite large.
Now, last we saw him, I believe he was headed on his headed back towards Australia.
Mhm.
He's going the wrong way. Okay, now I'm going to say he's in danger. He is in danger of becoming a beached whale. He
Oh, no!
is so close to the fucking coast.
He's heading to the coast.
He
Oh,
is
God.
real close. Wait a
Ugh.
minute. What's that? Cairns? Okay, how would you say that? Cairns.
Oh,
Cairns?
it's not. It's not Cairns because that's where Ash of Boxes was from.
Okay. Australian BDFs, if you could hear me.
Yes.
Get there
Yes, and
and
go get Merlin or go get Title.
yell at Title to go back into the water. Go
Mhm.
back into the sea. We don't want
If a whale with a tag comes upon the beach, push him back.
we don't want him to be a beached we don't want him to
No.
be a beached whale.
No,
Okay.
we don't.
All right. Okay. Now,
Okay.
let's check on Merlin.
Okay.
All right. Merlin is I'd like to say Merlin's my daughter, but okay. Merlin is remember I said she was headed
Yeah.
towards us,
Is
maybe
she
to
coming
clear up
back?
some confusion. She's coming back.
Oh, no, she's doing a big U-turn.
She did a big U-turn. She heard me talking shit about her and she turned around.
Well, at least
Oh,
your animals are not nearly as frenetic as
God. Wait
mine.
a minute. Is it that or is she running back to save her brother who's thrusting
Oh,
himself onto the shore?
she's going back to save
Okay.
him.
So
Yeah.
let's go to Yuki.
You it's so much.
Oh my God.
So Yuki is my hawksbill turtle. It's my little boy. He is 1 meter in size. We do not know his age. He is back in where are we? He is out of the Dutch Caribbean. He is back in St. Kitts and Nevis area of the Caribbean. He is very close to where he was 4 days ago. He's also very close to where he was 3 years ago.
Mm.
So he really is just
Oh, Amanda. If past is present, that's not a good sign. That
No,
means
because
he'll
look,
stay there for
you
years.
can see the
Oh,
stars where he
God,
started.
he's real cute.
He is real cute. He's real cute. Like,
Mm.
I mean, look at him. Look at him.
He's adorable.
He's adorable. I'm going to guess that this is not, in fact, the Yuki. I think this is a Yuki approximation. But I want to believe this is the real Yuki because he's
Okay,
very
well,
cute.
hey,
He's got good coloring.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right, guys. This has been your 90-Day Fiance
Yes.
coverage.
Yes. Season
Yeah.
11.
By the time you guys hear this, I'll be on the plane.
Yeah. By the time you hear this, I will be driving to the aeropuerto. Or I will be being driven to the aeropuerto.
So this is our last call to remind you that there is a BDF meetup tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
At the Amanda, please help me here. The
Marriott Marquis on
Marquis.
Prairie Avenue next to the convention center. There's a food hall in there. We will be there from 5 to 7. You can get your own food and your own drinks. We'll be there. We will also again mention it tomorrow on Last Resort because that will truly be the last time.
That's true.
Yeah.
BDFs, please come if you're in the Chicago area.
People are coming, girl.
I need to see you.
People are coming.
Rocky better be coming.
People are coming. I know Rocky is an RSVP, yes.
I mean, Rocky came to Philly. I think
Mhm.
Rocky can make it to her own hometown.
Yeah.
Where she lives.
Yeah. Backdoor friend Whitney wanted to come, like looked into it, but just couldn't make it work.
Okay. So guys, also I wanted to tell you that Amanda and I've been in conversation. We're going to have a virtual backdoor friend meetup. I upgraded and got the big Zoom account.
You didn't need to do that because I have the big Zoom account.
I needed Zoom anyway for the consulting I'm doing.
Oh, okay, got it.
So I have.
Okay,
But Amanda has it too.
Yeah.
So we will be doing that maybe in groups of like 15, just so not everybody's talking over each other, and we'll do some of those throughout the spring and summer.
Yep. And then in the fall we'll do something more, something west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, people
TBD where.
Yeah, people have made us promise we will. I'm thinking Vegas. I'm telling you, Vegas.
I had a couple people say they're coming to Vegas.
Yeah,
Take me to Vegas.
It's just easy to fly into, and it's pretty cheap to fly into.
Exactly.
So,
and we can.
Can we see Barry Manilow? Will he be there?
Maybe. I'll take a look.
Okay. God, are we 105?
I already have tickets to see Barry Manilow once this year, so I'm in no position to judge anybody.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Amanda, thank you.
Amy, thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Little Miss Recap. If you'd like to support the show, the best way you can do that is to join our Twin Flame universe, which is our Patreon, Supercast, and Apple subscription feeds. The links for those are in the show notes. You get ad-free episodes and a ton of bonus content. You can also subscribe to the feed so you don't miss an episode, share the show with a friend, and leave a 5-star review. To contact the show, please email me directly at amy@littlemissrecap.com or join our Facebook group Backdoor Friends. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.